y'all this a little bit about me. I feel like we're living in the golden age of television. I do. There's so many good shows on. I'm a big fan of The Walking Dead. Yes. Can a black man love a zombie show? I think he can. My only issue with that show is I feel like that show needs a new diversity coordinator. They filmed that show in Atlanta. Atlanta is a chocolate city. Yet every zombie looks like the first 4 rows right here. Just a bunch of good-looking, well-adjusted white zombies. Nobody in Decatur got bitch. Can I get a zombie with a gold grill in this bitch? Aren't the housewives down there? Can I get a sassy, heavy-set woman of color zombie? Like, Keep it one. Keep it real is all I'm asking. Oh my God, my life is great, man. I can tell. I'm glad y'all showed up for this. This is super dope. I can tell my career's going better. This is how all comics do. Not about like how many TV shows we on. We all judge our career about what airline we're flying. Like I flew to Chicago on U.S. Airways, and it's a C- airline, but I'll take it, cause I was flying Spirit Airlines. Oh, listen to that Spirit shame. Yes. And if you're like, I don't know Spirit Airlines, yes you do. Just take a Greyhound bus and put wings on the side of it. It's the same shit. It's the chariot of the people. Spirit legitimately has $10 flights, like for real. Like after taxes. It's almost like the CEO of Spirit was shopping at Old Navy like, who can afford this shit? They have $10 flights, and it's funny because the comic at the Vic says it, and it'll be funny when you go home and you put it up on your laptop, you be like, oh, he wasn't bullshitting. You know when it's not funny? When you're sitting on a $10 flight. Because you know you're not gonna get your God-given plane crash stimp if it does go down. People like, yo, you heard what happened to Al? Like, dude, the flight was $10, come on. Should've got his affairs in order, he's got kids. Because if you think about it, everybody in this room right now, we all lucky enough to be alive at a time on the planet where planes don't really crash. So he's paying for peace of mind. Like, you know, you go to airport tomorrow, get a ticket on United. Yes, we got a flight attendant here. Get a ticket on United, that bitch gonna be $400. But you don't get what you pay for. Nice comfy seat, nice slogan and executive thought about. People are nervous when they fly. Like, come fly the friendly skies. They're like, all right, fuck it. Let's do it. If you ever hear a Spirit ad on a TV or radio in another room, a Spirit Airlines ad don't sound nothing like that. A Spirit Airlines ad be like, hey. Do you need to go to Charlotte, North Carolina to show your sister's boyfriend what happens? He puts his hands on your sister? Well, for $19.95, you can kick his ass and get back on the same flight. Swear to God. Ask Derek. Ask him. I only mess with Spirit. See, but I feel like that's the kind of dude I am. I get mad about stuff I shouldn't, and then I get mad, you know, I don't care about other stuff like, you know, certain stuff. Like I was watching TV the other day. I got cable, and I don't work a lot. So I'm a comic, I don't do anything. So I was watching, there's a channel on cable called The Outdoor Network. Yes, The Outdoor, it's basically just white people shooting animals when they're not looking. That's all it is. It's just a duck that was just like, I'm gonna sit down and get some water, and they're like, that's it for you. And I was looking, and Ted Nugent has a show. Yes, Ted Nugent, he has so many shows, he had a marathon. Ted Nugent, he called our president a mongrel. And he had his own show, and I was sitting, you know, like you got those honest moments on the couch, you're like, man, should be mad, this racist dude got his own TV show and I don't. I was like, I should be mad, but I wasn't. And I had one of them honest moments, I was like, Al, why are you not mad right now? And I was like, I had to be real with myself, I'll be real with y'all. I'm just gonna say it. I honestly feel that you should be allowed to be racist. Outside. You can't be racist outside? That's why I didn't even care about the Duck Dynasty dudes. It's like, you know, I'm down for fighting racism, but only to the city limits. I'm not going to the woods. There's vicious animals in there. There's raccoons. Because if somebody stood up in this showroom right now and goes, hey, I hate blacks, gays, and Jews, we'd be all like, get the fuck out of here. But if I heard that shit in the wilderness, I'd be like, all right, we're getting close to the campsite. It's almost there. I live in LA now, it's weird. I feel like this is the longest time I've been in the city and I haven't asked for weed. I'm glad my kids will be watching this. I felt proud of that. And it's weird how like weed is affecting my life now because I don't like, you know, I live in a city where it's legal now and I don't know if I like it. I don't like buying my weed from a store. I like buying my weed from a drug dealer, that's what I'm good at. I've been practicing for years and now it's an obsolete skill. Thank you. I don't want to get it from a store. I'm sorry. And I know it's better, but it's like I don't like the government having their hand in everything. It's kind of like when you're like 13, your parents are like, you could have a party, but we got to be upstairs. You know what I'm saying? I don't like it, because like I find myself lying at my dispensary the same way I do when I go to like a really nice bar and they give me like some really good liquor and I don't know what I'm tasting. The bartender's like, oh, taste this. This is a 28-year-old scotch. It's do you taste that? That's oak on the back of your tongue. I'm like, I don't know what oak tastes like. I've lived a great life. But I still gotta be like, I taste that. I feel it's salty. I don't know what I'm drinking. And it's the same way when I go to my dispensary, I wanna get my weed and leave, but I can't, because I gotta get a fucking TED Talk from my weed dispensary person. As soon as I walk in, I just wanna leave. I don't wanna be here. And as soon as I walk in, they're like, Al, good to see ya. We've got some shit in this week. I'm like, fuck. All right, now, these are sativas. Now, me and my boyfriend, we'll do this if we're gonna do like a Game of Thrones marathon. He's more into this than I am. I don't care for it, but he likes it. What I go for is more than indica. It's more of a full body high. And I'm like, I don't even know what a full body high is. And they're like, it's awesome. They're like, your head's completely clear, but your body is high. And I'm like, when the fuck would I ever need that? What, am I performing surgery on myself tonight? Here's what I need to know about my weed. My wife and kids are gonna be home from the mall in 45 minutes. Is that gonna be enough time for me to pull my shit together? So I don't scar my child with some high-ass dad shit when it comes to, I'm like, stop at the door, your daddy's been thinking. The government is trying to kill the black man via the dollar menu. It's written on White Castle's website, but it's written backwards. Open your third eye. I think your mom's a cop. Okay. This is awesome, man. This is great. And I'll tell you, I'll be real with y'all. We got a long time up here. We need to just start to get to know each other. I celebrate diversity. I think you should hang out with people of different races, different ages. I think that's all good. But I'll be honest with y'all, I practiced segregation one time in my life and one time only. And that's that I only smoke weed with people in my own age demo. Shut up, I do. I'm in my mid-30s, I smoke with people in our mid-30s, we smoke old people shit. Joints, blunts, maybe a bowl if somebody got a promotion. We're getting fancy, you know? I want to smoke with young people, but they got a lot of equipment. They got a lot of shit you got to know. I was like, hold the button down. I'm like, I don't know what's happening. I don't want to do this. Because they always trick you. It's like, you know, an 18-year-old kid be like, hey, Al, you want to smoke? And I'm like, man, I got a little time. All right, let's do it. And they're like, do you know that thing that they use to t-shirts into the stands at NBA games? I'm like, I've seen that. We put weed in that now. Get on your knees. I'm like, I have kids. Not. Speaking of drugs, I do Molly once a year to keep my teeth white. I think it works. Can you just be happy? And first of all, you can tell people to do Molly because they'll do it one. Like, if any of your friends that just like a song way too much, that's what was playing when that shit kicked in. We're like, I just really like this song. Yeah, do ya? One of my favorite football players got busted taking Molly this year. Wes Welker. Wes Welker, all-pro wide receiver for the Denver Broncos, got busted taking Molly. And not the traditional boring-ass drug testing way, no. Wes Welker, and this is on Google Images, you can knock this shit out right now, take your phones out, Wes Welker put on a yellow tuxedo, dropped some Molly, and went to the Kentucky Derby. For real. This shit happened for real. And I don't know which came first. I don't know if you put on a yellow tux and then take some Molly and take some Molly and then put on the tux. It's like the chicken and the egg. I don't know which one came first. But he did it, and he went to Kentucky Derby, and his horse fucking won. Yes, anybody giggling knows that they've taken Molly, first of all. And second of all, you know that Molly doesn't need a lot of help. Molly doesn't need to be propped up. Ecstasy does not need help, and his horse First of all, that's the way the drug dealer would describe to you what the drug Molly feels like. He'd be like, you're gonna feel like you're wearing a yellow suit and you just picked the winning horse in the Kentucky Derby. That shit fucking happened. For real. Now, what did Wes Welker do with his winnings? He's a multi-millionaire. He could have cashed out, given it to his tax guy and been done with it, but he didn't, because he was only wearing a yellow suit and he was on Molly. So Wes Welker got all $100 bills, and he started handing them out to fans. How beautiful is that? He started giving it away, and that's how he got caught. But I'm like, yo, you gotta think, there had to have been at least one diehard Broncos fan out of that game, because you gotta think, people always tell you don't meet your heroes. They say don't meet your heroes, they'll disappoint you. You know, I used to work for HBO Real Sports. You know, you meet some athletes, like, you know, here in Chicago, I met Brian Urlacher, super dope dude. And then sometimes you meet somebody like John Elway, and you're like, I shouldn't have done that. He's not a good person. So they just say, don't meet people because they might disappoint you. And you got to think there had to been one Broncos fan out of that Kentucky Derby that day and was like, holy shit. Hey, homie, look, man. That's Wes Welker. I'm going to get a picture. And his boy's like, don't go over it. He's going to be an asshole. He's like, no, dog, I'm going. He goes over, comes back. His boy's like, I told you, man, he was mean. And his boy was like, nah, dog. Wes Welker hugged me. And then he whispered in my ear, I can do anything I put my mind to. And then he gave me $100 fucking. Follow Wes Welker on Twitter. That's what's up. What should you know about me? They always say relate to your audience, something we all talk about. I went to college. I went to an all-black college, and yes, and that was a black power fist. All right, that's two away from a rally, all right? That's what, all right. I went to an all-black college in Jackson, Mississippi called Tougaloo. Yes, all right, couple of you knowing it. First of all, people don't even know when I say Tougaloo, that's a school. Tougaloo sounds like something you yell when you win a card game. It's like, fucking Tougaloo, bitch. Pay me in 50s. Tougaloo is a small black college in Jackson, Mississippi. There were 800 kids that went to my school, 800. 800. It was almost like if everybody that was really serious about the University of Phoenix showed up one day. They were like, let's just see how many people aren't fucking around. Yeah, I went to a tiny school, and I'm glad I did, man. I love my school. And I feel like this is the kind of shit that leads people into being a stand-up comic, because you gotta have some weird shit happening in your life. And I'm from Cleveland originally. And yes, Cleveland, come on now. And I was too broke to go home to some of my junior year, so I stayed on campus, and I took a test that I thought was mandatory, but it wasn't. But I don't read, so I took it. And what the test was is if you got the highest score, you got a chance to go to an Ivy League school for your last 2 years of college. And on an all-black campus, when 799 black kids go home for the summer, I like my chances. So by straight default, running a race of one, I got the highest score on the test. Thank you. I'll take a fake pity default clap. I am not a proud man. I went to an Ivy League. It was almost like the plot from the movie How High with Red Man and Method Man. Except I am from Cleveland. I had no business at this school because that's the first time I ever saw like real money, like real wealth. Like this is Chicago. There's some rich people here. We talking about money. We talking about family money. We talking about like we don't talk about money, like that kind of dough. The roommate that they matched me up with, a cool ass dude named Abe. I've been on campus like 3 hours. He sits up in his bunk bed and he goes, "Oh shit, I forgot to pay my tuition this year." And I was like, "How the fuck did you do that?" And he goes, come take a walk with me, dog. And we went down to the registrar's office, and he wrote a check for $79,000 in front of my Cleveland eyeballs. Like right in front of my face. He didn't prep me anything. Like, hey, dude, if there's a stool, if you need to brace yourself, I'm about to write some shit down. I swear to God, I hadn't seen $300 in cash at the point of my life. I remember sitting there like, oh shit, I need to get a checkbook. I think if you just get a checkbook, you can write whatever you want. You gotta get the book, that's the trick. But I'm glad, and it's like, you know, because they test you too when you go to school. When you come from a small black school and you go to an Ivy League school, they try and test you. They don't know, they want to make sure, because I was a biology major. So they made me take a placement test so they could assess me. And I never forget it as long as I live. They gave me a physics test, and there was 2 questions on it, homie. 2. Less than 3. 2 questions, player. And the first question, it was about tension, about like how hard this old lady had to pull down on the rope to get the rope to go up a flagpole and fly. And the confused, bored looks that y'all have on your face now is the same look I had on my face. The only problem is I was taking the test. And I don't know if we got any math majors in this bitch, but if you blow the first question on a 2-question test, you find yourself in quite a pickle. So I had to skip that shit and go straight to page 2. Like page 2 was gonna be some shit I could answer. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna go to page 2 on this physics test and just be like, oh shit, this is about old school hip hop. Great, all right. Where is Biggie from? Brooklyn, all right, page 2. Bonus question, who loves you more than grandma? Nobody, all right. I should have gone to page 2. So I failed that shit. And they don't even give you your F back to console. They hang your F up for the townspeople to see, like Braveheart. It's just hanging on the wall. And people are like, oh, your ID's number's there, so people don't know it's you. Motherfuckers know it's you. Because everybody's standing there pointing at the door like, oh shit, who got the 20? And you're standing behind them like, maybe they tried as hard as they could. I didn't buy the book. But I am glad I got a chance. I'm glad I got a chance to go from an all-black school to an all-white school, because that gave me a chance to study white dudes. And here are my findings. I feel like white dudes don't take advantage of nor appreciate how many different kinds of white guy you get to be in your lifetime. It's beautiful. It's amazing. And y'all don't give a fuck. There's so many different kinds of white guys. I'll give you an example. Let's say you're like a senior in high school, right? You're like a skinny band geek. You get shoved in the lockers, people taking your lunch money, like, give me that shit, you fucking nerd, and you hate it. It's time to switch your white guy. So what do? Summer going into freshman year, hit the weight room, put on 35 pounds of muscle, throw some Axe gel in your hair, get to college freshman year, now you a frat dude. 2 white guys in 1 year. You doing keg stands, you calling people bro. You playing beer pong, you getting laid, but you don't like the frat player, do you? No! It's time to switch your white dude. So what you do? Drop out the frat, grow you some white boy dreads, get you a couple reggae albums, start buying weed by the backpack, sell weed sophomore year, now you that white dude. 3 white guys in 2 years. You making money, you living the Rasta lifestyle, you found out where the best incense deals in the city are, you killing it! You want your 3rd white dude in 2 years. But you don't like college, do you, player? No. It's time to switch your white dude. So what you do, drop out, move to an organic farm in Portland, sell your last pair of shoes on eBay, cut up your debit cards, start eating carrots right out the fucking dirt, you killing it! You on your 4th white dude in 3 years. And then your dad calls and he goes, hey boy, I'm sick. I need you to take care of this family business we've been running for 75 years. And he said, guess what, Dad, you in luck. I got one more white boy left in me. Cut your dreads, get 10 business suits, 2 iPhones, move downtown, now you a businessman. 5 white dudes in 4 years. That shit's dope as fuck. Black men do not have that option. Black dudes wanna do shit. Why you think there's no black mountain climbers? We wanna feel wind on our face? I'll tell you why. Because every black dude in this room, at some point in our adolescent life, we suggested a semi-white activity to our family. And that shit did not go the fuck over. That's why black people don't do shit. We want to. We want to do shit because you young, you don't know, you 13 years old, you at the beach with your family, it's a beautiful day, it's a picturesque day, you with your families, with your cousins, your favorite uncles barbecuing by the shoreline, you just hanging out, you like standing there like, shit, man, what a great day, 13 years old, man, damn. Hey, Uncle Mark, man, bruh, when you done with those burgers, man, I don't know how to say this, man, but when you done with those burgers, I'm just gonna say it. Hey, Uncle Mark, there's a kayak over here. I ain't never been kayaking. And already at that point, every black person knows it's already bad. Even though you're 13, your cousins just start coming out of nowhere, and you know it's bad because your uncle just goes, what you say? And you just start backing up. They're like, man, I don't even want to, man. I hit my head earlier. I was a little weird. I just saw a life vest. I thought we might take a lap or something. And at that point, it's too late. Your uncle just turns into Sam Jackson from Pulp Fiction. He's like, say it again. Say kayaking again, motherfucker. Like, I just want to feel wind on my face. Every black person knows if you suggest a white activity to your family and that shit does not go over, that's gonna be your nickname for the next 25 years. You be 48 years old, like y'all wanna go to the bar after the comedy show? Up ziplining over here wants to go to the bar. Yeah. Go get your friend lay in the grass with no blanket, tell him we're ready to go. All right, there's some black people in here. They know it's a hard, like what's considered black is a hard club to be in. It fluctuates, changes. You're not always considered black, it's gonna switch. Take somebody, I'll give you an example. Take somebody like Wayne Brady. Right? Wayne Brady is as talented a performer that you could possibly want to be. He's a professional comedian, a professional dancer, and a professional singer. He hosts 2 game shows. Black people weren't showing up to see Wayne Brady. Till when? Yes, sir, till the Dave Chappelle show, when he started acting like a drug dealer and a pimp. Wayne Brady's in the Black Club. Welcome, Wayne, we missed you. Where you been? Take the flip side of that, bruh. Somebody like Stacey Dash, beautiful black actress who ironically was in the Black Club, but she don't look black. Green eyes, light skin, long hair, she's in the Black Club to win. Came out as a conservative, talked some shit about Obama on Fox News, now she's out the club. See you later, Stacey. So I feel like just to make it even, I just want every year, I don't care what date you pick, I feel like every black person should just have to take a test every year. Just take your black test. You don't even gotta tell your homie when you taking it. Cause I just wanna walk up on one of my homeboys, he's in front of some weird government building, smoking cigarettes. I'm like, man, what's up, bro? Why you look nervous? He's like, nah, dog, you don't understand, dude. Today's the day of my test. And I'll be like, bruh, you had a black year, you gonna be fine. It's like, no, man, you don't understand. I was the one that brought the quiche at the birthday party. I'm like, fuck. I was trying to shake shit up. I'm like, oh, shit. Start rubbing your boy's bag. It's like, dude, you're gonna be fine. If that's the only thing you did, you good. It's like, no, man, you don't get it. I got real drunk in my company party. and I used the word shenanigans twice. I'm like, it's gonna be a lot of tofu this year. It's all right. I did. I'm glad I went to college. Graduated college, became a middle school teacher in Miami. Yeah, all right. So 7th grade, it was something. And it's like, cause I don't know how many people are watching this are teachers or know anybody. I had a weird experience. What happened to me is I came in the middle of the school year. And what happens when you come in the middle of the school year is they allow each teacher to get rid of 4 students off of each of your classroom rosters, and that becomes your classroom. So yes, you can do the math on that. You get the 4 worst kids in every, it wasn't like they were coming from other classes, it was like they were getting off the bench at a basketball game. It was like, at 4'5", he's a biter and he resents male authority. Put your hands together. So, these are my kids. And I taught for 5 years, but I did something my 3rd week teaching that I should have got fired for. And this next part, this is not for everybody. I'll take, if 25 people in here like this, I'm fine with that. Have y'all ever done something at work and you know you're gonna get fired for it and you're at peace with it? It's a weird, yes, sweetheart. It's like, it's a couple people, other people like, I don't get it. There's some people like, yeah, I did that shit, write my name down. I did that, all right, I don't care. These are not jokes. I had crazy kids in my class, and I had a kid that, looking back on it now, definitely had like ADHD, but that term wasn't even out yet. That mixtape hadn't dropped yet. So at that point, it was just called fucking annoying, you know what I'm saying? There was no box to check. And because he had a condition that wasn't diagnosed yet, there was no medication, so it didn't get fixed. And I know you'll go, well, Al, what happens when you have a 7th grader in your room with ADHD? And I'll tell you, they just get up and walk the fuck around every day. Do y'all know what every day means? Can we stop and talk about what every day means? Is that term lost on y'all? Do you know what every fucking day means? Not like Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, every day. Every couple minutes. I just got a 12-year-old walking around my classroom like a flight attendant, just walking out like, how you doing? How's your mom? Tell her to call me. I'm like, sit down. Sit down every day. Every day. And one day, I was taking my roll with my highlighter like I did every day for all the kids that was cutting. And he's a 7th graders cut class. He stood up like he did every day, and I snapped. But I didn't know I snapped because I look like I look now. But I was gone. And before my brain could tell my hand anything, the highlighter was just gone. And I threw it because I wanted them to feel it. You know what I'm saying? If I'm gonna get fired, he's gonna feel me. He's gonna remember the Titans. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not telling this in any cool ass way. As soon as I threw it, I was just like, I'm fired. You know, like that's your last day. You're done now. You done. And this is why I love telling the story. This is how crazy my school was. I threw it and I missed and it hit the wall and it dropped and it startled him. So he sat down and I sobered up because I didn't want to get fired. So I was like, what y'all want to do? You want to play PlayStation? You want naked pictures of my girl? Naked pictures of my girl. Don't tell. Don't tell. You know what I'm saying? Please don't tell. That's at the beginning of class, I'm taking roll. At the end of class, I'm like leaning against my desk with my arms folded, trying to listen to see if my kid's gonna tell on me as they walking out of the classroom. And I taught Miami, so I had a lot of Hispanic and Haitian students. This little Haitian kid named Freddie, one of my favorite students, he used to spell his name with 2 I's at the end. He did. He was walking out of my classroom, and he's walking with his homeboy. It's a direct quote. He walks past me, and he goes to his boy, he goes, this new teacher is throwing shit like a bitch. You should have hit him. I was like, I didn't get a chance to warm up. Come see me in the mall, player. And teacher, it's great because like teaching middle school science, like everybody, I gotta talk. I talked to your kids about sex ed. My dad, that shit went down. But you see, y'all can get uncomfortable if you want to. Somebody do this shit in the daytime with the lights on, player. I had to do this shit. And like what I see, because like when you talking, because I taught 6th and 7th grade, like you just can't walk in and lay some heavy shit on some middle school kids. So what I had to do is like, and it's gonna be uncomfortable now, and we adults, I had to do this during the day. I used to have to, just to get my kids ready, we just had to just start with the terms, just regular science terms. So every day, instead of taking roll, I'd be like, all right, y'all, let's do it. Say it, penis, penis. Vagina, vagina, oral sex. Or see how uncomfortable y'all are now? I had to do this. And I remember one time, the English teacher came from next door and she goes, I can hear you yelling anal sex through my wall. And I was like, I'm not being gross. That's the term for it. Fuck it. We'll use a nicer term. We'll just say he went to Jared. That's the only way that's happening, player.